Hello, my name is Darren Sanefski. I'm an associate professor here at the journalism school, and I will be your professor teaching Journalism 273 Web 1 during summer 2019. Um, I was a I was an illustration major when I first went to school, and the illustration style was black and white, and it worked really well in newspaper. So I started freelancing for newspapers, illustrating their opinion pages, and from that point, that got me a internship at the newspaper, and that internship evolved into a full-time job. And so at first, I started illustrating um, a lot for the newspaper, and then um, they wanted me to do more. So I never really had formal training in design. So it was all on the job training, and just over years and years of completing these tasks, I just got better at it. Um, I did a lot of design for the sports section, and I did a lot of design for feature pages as well. I started evolving and doing infographics for the sister newspaper, sister website, Syracuse.com. And also, I started to do freelance work where I did a lot of branding for companies. I did data visualizations for companies, and I did websites for companies. After a while, I started to teach at Syracuse University as an adjunct professor, and I wanted to go farther with that. And so the newspaper offered a buyout, and I took the buyout and went on to get my master's degree. And after that, I started to freelance, and I continued working full time for Syracuse University at their journalism school. And eventually, I found a tenure track position at the University of Mississippi. I am also the education director for the Society for News Design, and I'm also a faculty advisor for the student organization Ole Miss SND. Um, since I have left the newspaper, I've also done a lot of freelance in magazine. I've done a lot of magazine designs. Right now, I am the art director for New York Horse Magazine, and I am the presentation editor for Via Corsa Magazine. So if we look at the syllabus, you can see that um, there is a Google Calendar, and that Google Calendar gets updated. I don't think it's going to be updated a lot because of this short window that we have. The required text is graphic design basics. The goals of this class is to make you aware, give you the vocabulary, foster your ability, provide hands-on real-world exposure to the software. So even though you may not become a designer, you'll be given the vocabulary for you to speak to a designer. You will start working in software programs using design theory through the lectures, and you may be pretty good at this. And also, the real world exposure means that you would not go to a designer and say, I need this in 10 minutes, because you know for a fact that it takes a lot longer than 10 minutes to do whatever you've asked this designer to do. Before each major project, you will receive an assignment sheet detailing the expectations and requirements of the assignment. If you don't understand the project or its requirements, you must ask me to clarify. I was confused is not an acceptable excuse. If you're confused, please contact me. And this class is is a lot about um, problem solving than it is design. Designers are problem solvers. You are given a bunch of restrictions and you're trying to create something that looks best using those restrictions. The one thing that you should do to do better in this class is to make sure that you watch and are very attuned to the presentations. And every project, except for the last project, you'll get a chance to redo that project for up to 50% of the points that you did not get the first time around. So please take advantage of those opportunities. Uh, Communications field is a deadline driven field, and deadlines are absolute. You will lose 1/2 of a letter grade for every day that it is late, and you will also not be able to redo a project if you miss the original deadline. So um, let's look at Blackboard and our interface that we have here. So we have the start here, that's where I want you to start, and you'll do your browser compatibility check. Since you're already here, you know everything because you're watching this video. And here is links of required resources, um, and also some software requirements for your computer. The syllabus is next, and we have two types of syllabi. We have one a PDF and one a Word doc, and you have a syllabus quiz that you need to have finished by tomorrow. Um, at 8 a.m. The class schedule is a link, so you just click on the link, and it is a spreadsheet, a Google spreadsheet. And again, if you were confused about any of this, please let me know and I will clarify. You have learning modules, and so we'll have 4 learning modules throughout this really quick course. Since the course is only 1 month long, this is going to be a very busy 1 month for you because we are squeezing down 3.5 months to 1 month. So you're going to be very, very busy for the next month. Discussions help us understand each other, create a community of students, and also reinforce what we're learning. There will be quizzes, and make sure that you do these quizzes by the deadline of the quiz. Within the learning modules, I've also made copies of the handouts and links that have been given to you so far. I give you copies of the lectures, and I give you copies of the tutorials. The tutorials are very important so that you become aware of how the software programs work. So I hope we have a good time in this class. Make sure that you contact me whenever you have an issue. The best way to contact me is through email. This is Darren Sanefski. Thank you.